A new USA Today Suffolk University poll of likely voters in Pennsylvania taken after last week's presidential debate in Philadelphia shows Vice President Harris at 49 to Donald Trump's 46. Here is a new Harris PAC ad that Pennsylvania voters will be seeing.
Her way up.
I had a summer job at McDonald's.
He was born there.
I'm very rich.
She fights for you.
When our middle class is strong, America is strong.
He doesn't.
Well, you're rich as hell. We're going to give you tax cuts.
She has a reason for running.
We are helping Diggs families out of debt by telling billionaires to pay their fair share.
And so does he.
They want to put me in jail.
Kamala Harris, for you. FFPAC is responsible for the content of this ad.
Tonight, Democrats won 2 special elections in Philadelphia for the state legislature, giving the Pennsylvania House of Representatives a 1-seat Democratic majority. Joining us now is Pennsylvania House Representative Mandy Steele. She represents District 33, which makes up Pittsburgh's southern suburbs. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. So the Democrats are holding the House in Pennsylvania by 1 seat, which seems in its way to be a preview of presidential election night in Pennsylvania, maybe a 1-point win.
Yes, it could certainly be that close in Pennsylvania. It's wonderful news we got out of Philadelphia. The fact that the Democrats have been able to hold the House is so important. As our Governor Shapiro says all the time, Pennsylvania is the only state in the nation with a divided legislature. We have the Democrat-controlled House and the Republican-controlled Senate. And that is so important because the Democrats are moving legislation that people want to see us moving.
What has been the experience? You're in Western Pennsylvania, which is really where it could be decided. What has been your experience knocking on doors, talking to voters since Kamala Harris became the nominee?
There's definitely excitement in the air, 100%. And the people that live in the district that I represent, which is very purple and very middle America, very swingy state here, as you may have heard in Pennsylvania, we're moving legislation that people care about. For example, we passed a bill to protect a woman's right to birth control. And we sent it out of the House and over to the Republican-controlled Senate, where it sits. It will continue to sit. They will not move it. And it's a foreshadowing of what could happen if the Democrats lose control over the House. Under the leadership of our extraordinary Governor Shapiro, we've been able to pass a once-in-a-decade education bill that reforms the way that we're funding public schools so that the poor school districts are going to have the same resources that they do in the wealthier school districts. And that is what people care about. These people that live here, they're smart, and they're really, really tired of the divisive rhetoric that they're hearing from the Trump campaign. They want to elect politicians that hear them and know them and listen to them, and who are going to work really hard to protect their families and their communities and move us forward. And that is what we're hearing from the Democrats. That's what we represent in this election.
So Republicans in the United States Senate today voted against making IVF legal in all 50 states, guaranteeing that legality. Is that the kind of thing that Western Pennsylvania voters are noticing?
They certainly are. I hear it every day when I'm out in the community, when I'm on the doors. Those are the kinds of things that people are really worried about, and so they're engaged and they're excited, by the kinds of things that Democrats are accomplishing in Pennsylvania and talking about nationally.
Pennsylvania State Representative Mandy Steele, thank you very much for joining us tonight.
Thank you so much.